Right, so the Metapanax delavei and Fatsia polycarpa fingers, I've after taken these up and I put the Fatsia polycarpa over here, and the ground has been absolutely saturated to try and reduce the shock. This is Schefflera delavei, and I've taken one of the stems off. There was two here. That's done exceptionally well this season. That's about 6 foot across easy. This Macrophylla ashii, that will be coming out when it defoliates later on in the winter. So here is the Metapanax delavei, and I've taken some cuttings. I'm going to try and propagate some new plants. It's slow and steady. It was a very small plant when I got it, really small. Like the stem was like real thin like this. But it is slow and steady. Phyllostachys yellow cane bamboo. I've taken that out of here. The gunnii, Eucalyptus gunni, that's been taken out. And I've put the yellow cane bamboo over to this corner here, which I hope will create a hedge. I've put in a lot of bamboo all along here, and I've chopped it back. It was over 6 feet. This tree will be coming out. These are just self-seeded trees. I pulled a load of them out of here as well. So the plan is to put fruit trees, apple trees, pear probably, in here. Right, so I did have 2 bamboo in here the last couple of seasons. They were nice and strong. The Misageri was here. That's gone, and I've divided it up. And Shen's Bossen, that was here. That was lovely big. I've cut that up into different, divided it up into different plants anyway. Right, just here in front of the gunny was Trachycarpus fortunei. I'd put 3 in here, one over here, one over here, and they were basically the same size, doing really well. Really starting to grow. Nice fronds, spears coming out. The Schefflera delavei, later on in the season now, I am going to take that out. So these 2 here will be taken out. That 3 will be going on the far side of this wire on the jungle path. The delavei, I'll just pick a spot around the side somewhere. There's a spot after opening up here. I might put it in here. So I already have an apple tree in here. This is a Michelin. It's a French cider apple. And it's putting out some apples. So this tree will help pollinate the other trees. Oh yeah, one of the divisions, I think there's a Schensbossen. I've moved it over here to the side and I chopped the canes or the combs. Right, so the two Tetrapanax that I moved out at the in springtime, start of spring, they weren't showing any kind of signs of growth, and then they've just, over the last month, they've started to grow. So this is just that dead, it's dying back, and there's another one here. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was a couple of more developments. There's another trunk here. So it could be 3 trunks, maybe even more, from just transplanting this Tetrapanax out of the chicken pen. There's some beautiful blue culms. That's the Borinda McCloriana. Lovely culms. And here's the one that I definitely thought was dead. This is the second of the Tetrapanax, and it's got different growth points under the soil here. I'll put covers, clear perspex over these. Just give them a little bit of protection from any of the ice or cold that's coming down on them and the excess rain over the winter. This is the Musa Baju that I didn't protect last winter, and it's 6 foot there. I'd say out to the tips is probably 10 to 12, I don't know. No feed and no protection, just looks excellent. There's a trachea under there. So I'm hoping to get 2 much larger waggy palms. This bamboo here, I'm going to move it back in here, and I hope to put in a bigger waggy here and a big waggy here, flanked by the 2 smaller ones. This is a dwarf bamboo. This is one of our own. We have it a long time, and it was completely dehydrated in the pot. The leaves, you can see the leaves when they close up, they're dehydrated, and then when they hydrate and they get in the bit of shade, semi-shade, they open up again. So this looks like it's starting to settle in already. It doesn't take much for bamboo to settle in, but it should look nice just on this gap here. This is Demisogeri, one of the divisions. That's the Trachycarpus fortunei that was in the chicken pen. Moved it across. This is Schensbossen, I think. Yeah, could be 2 Demisogeri and 2 Schensbossen. Anyway, I've put these are clumping bamboos, they're not invasive, so I've put them up close to the boundary, and I've chopped them all. See, this one is starting to die back, so I'll probably cut that one out. This is the Eucalyptus gunny that was in the chicken pen. I think it's going to get more light here. Right, so the Phyllostachys nigra, I did have one that I had moved at the start or during the summer and chopped back. I've moved it again into the wood because I'm not going to have to worry about it, and it's just straight in. I didn't cut it back anymore, but it's grown away. Don't be worried about buying black bamboo Phyllostachys nigra now, or like if you bought them last year or something, you should be alright. Nice heavy mulch on them as well. Oh, what was in the chicken pen as well was a timber bamboo. There's a nice mulch on it there. It's the Phyllostachys parvifolia. And again, I think it's going to get more light here, and it can just spread out. Funnily enough, now I didn't cut this one back. I have 2 of these, and in the springtime when I moved the first one, I didn't cut it back, and it didn't go into shock or anything, and it just settled in straight away. But if I see any dieback, then I'll chop them. One of the yellow Phyllostachys bamboo, I don't know which type it is, they were just small little plug plants when I got them. The raised bed at the polytunnel, it wasn't doing well at all. For some reason it was really struggling, so there's no point in leaving it there. So I've taken it out, give it a haircut, trimmed it back, heavy mulch, soaked it there, and it's going to get nice, plenty of light coming in through these trees. So the plan, I think I have all the Phyllostachys bamboo in the wood, so I don't have to worry about them. There is another one here. That I took up. They wasn't doing well, and I've put in down this corner here. Trim the back. Heavy mulch, absolutely saturated the soil there. So I think it might have been a bit too dry where they were planted up. Here's some of the rhododendrons. I have 5 or 6 of these in the wood here. Looking super healthy. Hopefully going to get a couple more different rhododendrons for the wood. This is some of the divisions of last year's bamboo. This is Fragasia Berinda Blue Dragon. One here, and just one in behind Fia, where she's... Fia, get out of here! Another rhododendron put in. This is Huang Wing Ju Chinese timber bamboo. It's green with very distinct yellow stripe. It just hasn't come through yet, but this is super healthy. And this is the Vivax timber bamboo, and this is yellow with the green stripe. Super healthy as well. Bamboo plants you can always divide them and take bits out. Here's the other Phyllostachys nigra. A couple of rhododendrons, the large leaf type. They really suffered. 2 of them really suffered. You can see where it was dropping leaves. The wood was like super dry, and I didn't give them the attention they needed. But since I started soaking them with water, it's starting to throw out new leaves. So fingers crossed this rhododendron makes it. This is another rhododendron. Rhododendron. So here's the other one. It's the same type. It's the Rhododendron Montrosianum, but you can see all the leaves during the summer. Basically I forgot about them after I put them down, and let's say if I hadn't have come down and checked them and watered them, it would have been dead. They're not the toughest of plants, rhododendrons. They're not the toughest. I'm after losing, 4 or 5, but kind of just learning as I go on. But they definitely they don't like being dry, and they like it being wet. Probably not saturated, but they do like being wet. So hopefully I've saved these two. What's she doing? Oh boy. There's oak trees springing up in the wood here and all around the gardens. I didn't put them in, but must be the birds or animals, squirrels or something, but they're all over the place. Nina's hunting. Probably a mouse or a... What's that, Nina? They're all getting in on it. Here's another oak. I lost one of the red oaks. It just died. That's the way it is with gardening. You win some and you lose some. This is a bamboo that I hope to get divisions of. This is the Albocera, Burinda Albocera. It is in a shady spot now, so maybe I would prefer to be in a sunnier position, but it has thrown up this new cone. You can't really see it. It is kind of a blue, dark blue. It's another blue type bamboo. Trachycarpus princeps. This was a tiny little palm when I got it. It's still a small palm, but the trunk is thickening up. Lovely, lovely palm leaves. It's doing really well here. They're slow, but they definitely grow. Here's the Metapanax delvei. I have 4 here, hopefully, fingers crossed, they do well. And this is the Chephra, the stem I took off. And it's the full length of the pot nearly. So I've used the hormone rooting powder. Hopefully this takes. Martianus, Trachycarpus. These are the fancy ones. It's the second one. I brought in 2 of each. That's Sucralensis. I think it used to be Manipur. Ladisectus. This is Nainital Ucralensis or Nainital Manipur. None of them died anyway. This is Takil. This is a pure Takil. Ladosectus. I think the Ladosectus is the softest of them all. Uchrolensis. These are some of the Trachyfortunae that I divided up. So the summer intense heat that we were getting this summer is gone. So I've decided to bring them around into the open to let them get the full sun of the autumn. So I've moved them from the shady spot in there. These are all the Tetrapanax. These are all the pups from the two that I moved from the chicken pen and planted up here. These are the oaks. I probably have too many oaks down in the wood, so I'll probably be taking some up. I'll be planting these up anyway, somewhere else.